we have other things to pay attention to, like Alien Earth. We had the first 2 episodes drop last night. I did not hate it. I thought there was a bunch of unnecessary lore explorations and changes that could, should, would have been done in other sci-fis, and this isn't exactly the place for the transhumanism story, but that's fine. We've got it in addition to like xenomorphs and shit.
Robots.
Yeah, synths
and stuff.
Yeah, that's the dynamic.
It seems like
we don't need to add
place to explore.
It's not, because that already is explored. They're synthetic humans. Sometimes they go bad.
We don't say that. That's a bad
coming
word.
up with this whole cyborg shit, which didn't exist before, that all of a sudden there's this third class of humans that have cybernetic implants and arms, and that they're second class citizens, and that's fucking completely just non-existent and made up. Sounds like some modernity shit. And the transhumanism stuff. Now, it's fine in the context of it's like this one genius dude, kid. The
first trillionaire ever, youngest trillionaire.
Yeah. Whatever the kid is that I was trying to think, he has a weird fucking name. But yeah, that he had the ability to make synth bodies that you can put human consciousness into, but only children, because the brains are too advanced as an adult, and so only children can go in.
And Ender's Game rules, basically.
And so they're effectively locked in their children minds. They can't evolve beyond that, but I'm going to assume that's going to be a major plot point, that she's...
Well, the thoughts assume they will mature as they,
no, I don't.
They say they have supercomputers for brains, but they act like fucking morons.
Retards. No, they act like fucking retards.
But then they even make sure to say they have
12, 13 years old and older. Like, they act like they're 4 or 5. Ooh, blood. Oh, what is that? Like they're playing little fucking recess games outside in the garden. They're retarded.
The Wendy character, I do believe, is some form of autistic, like before she transfers over. And then when so the main character is an 11-year-old girl inside of the synth body, and they're called hybrids. Okay. And then she like is trying to find her brother, who she's been stalking virtually, like, because she can't connect to her family.
But she's still developing. She at least develops a little bit. The others are still stunted and acting like 4 or 5-year-olds. Like they're like, I don't know. Like, even before they went into the hybrid, they acted their age, and then all of a sudden they acted retarded when they're in they became a hybrid or synthetic or whatever you want to fucking call it. Like it's off, but I didn't care for the fucking kids. I hated the kids. I hate the storyline. Go ahead. Sorry. Then
when he met the brother met her, and she starts quizzing him about events in her life. The things she would say seemed very non sequitur and out of like. So I'm not kidding when I say I think she's a little tism, aid from the reality around her.
But the other issue is the technology. Where's all this technology for the first movie? We didn't see any of that technology.
The technology is just fine. That's because they made it in the 70s and they didn't know the technology would have, and so he just made it congruent. In fact, the best thing they fucking did was show the technology and have.
I knew the consensus would hate it. They literally made it exactly to please you guys.
It's not that I hate it.
You guys cannot be pleased.
No, it's not that I hate it, but it's like if you have that technology in this, why didn't they have it in the original film?
Because in 1977, Gooch, we did not know that we would have touch screens.
I know that.
Then why would you ask me that question? Why in Star Wars?
I'm not asking you that question. I'm saying in general, for fuck's sake, why would you put that in there when it's not even in the fucking original movie?
All right, I'm going to answer you for a third time, because you still have to update with what our expectations are for the future, and this is a futuristic show. It's the same reason Andor all of a sudden had fucking Star Wars technology with some monitor, but it looked in the Star Wars type. Star Trek does it too. Shit in the 70s is not the same. So we have to, again, they did a great job of translating what we know to be tablets, but it looked like an 80s aesthetic. Literally so people wouldn't complain, and now people are going to fucking complain about the one thing that they actually got right. Lore changes, adding cyborgs and all that is dumb fucking shit. But the one thing I won't take from the guy is that he made the world line up with the previous series, including giving everyone shitty 70s style haircuts. Maximus, thank you for this pain. We deserve it.
You son of a.
I look right at it, right at the eye.
It's like staring in the sun.
Yeah. Gave everyone shitty haircuts and the same 70s aesthetic. Again, same thing Andor tried to do. Gave everyone shitty 70s haircuts because we're trying to line up with how everything looked before. But also, we know
I just think the inconsistencies. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even give a fuck. I don't even know why I'm getting pissed off.
You sure get emotional about shit that you don't give a fuck about.
Wait, yeah. What's the
no?
Are you? You consensus guys gonna keep watching it? Because if you guys are gonna keep watching it and bitching and moaning, I'm stopping. But if you guys are giving up after this one, I 100% am gonna keep watching it and enjoying it. But if I have to hear about it from the consensus guys, so Gooch, are you giving up on it, or are you gonna keep watching it? Because that's gonna determine if I watch it or not.
I mean, I'm gonna continue to watch it for sure.
Go ahead and watch it.
So are you gonna stop? Are you gonna quit? Are you done after the first two?
Well, I've watched the first two. I always give it like 3 or 4 episodes before I usually.
Oh, you're gonna
besides Eyes of Wakanda, which was I couldn't even get through that.
You think
Oh, go ahead. No, it's not awful. Like visually, there's a lot of like I said before, even watching this thing, visually it's going to be stunning. There's a lot of good practical stuff there. There's some stuff that they kind of went on the cheap on. I wish like they could have corrected some of it, but there's some good stuff there. There's some good material, but I just don't. There's little snippets here and there. I'm just like, why are you doing this? There's no need for this.
Serenity now. Yeah, I think I'm looking show. I haven't liked the new show alone. Didn't even like Alien Romulus. Hey, there you go. Yeah, if you like it, you like it. I'm still waiting to see where it's going. I think Oliphant. I need a point of view character that I like or give a fuck about, and I like Timothy Oliphant as an actor. So I guess I'm kind of latching on to just seeing whatever he's doing.
That's what I'm latching on to. He's the only character I like.
I like Wendy, but her brother, that dude is the worst fucking actor. He is one of the reasons I dipped out of Andor.
I don't think he's going to be around much longer. Yeah.
I hope not.
I couldn't tell if he was trying to play overwhelmed, scared, or because it's a scary movie, so a lot of people do dumb shit. And like what should be trained soldiers, I guess they're just corporate security, you know, when you just kind of fucking stand there and stare at it's fine. I get it. But yeah, no, Joe is, I'm still trying to latch onto a character I like. Wendy is
the Black Cyborg. I don't know what the deal is with him. That's the other piece that I'm trying to figure out.
What do you mean you don't know what to deal with him?
Well, I just want to see where it goes with him. I don't know.
Oh, like he's the company man.
Yeah, he's the company man. He's getting them their specimens.
But he left Joe alone for whatever reason, because he's like killed everyone else and left him for, plants and seeds of these aliens, and yet, because
it wasn't part of the mission.
His whole
point is just to get the samples out.
Yeah, and he's like killed everyone else, made them like pods for these aliens, and like he didn't do that with Joe. So I'm just kind of curious what. But
you thought he was trying to make pods for aliens.
He's not. Yeah.
Them to plant their, themselves into the soldiers, the search and rescue crew. He tied them up.
Did you main monitor this or side monitor this? Because I'm not sure that's what he was doing, Gooch.
Why? I do. I think that's what he was doing. He put them right back in the lab. He knew what he was doing.
He didn't want the ship to crash and all of that. That was why he was telling them that fucking containment got out and that they're going to crash unavoidably. And he's just trying to get the fucking specimens back.
So I like it for purely objective reasons. And I'm moving Alien, the first movie, from a 7 to a 10 down to a 6.5 out of 10. This gave me everything you guys told me that allegedly Alien had, but did not have. It's everything you guys lied to me and told me Andor had, 93%. But did not have. It has 3%. There's lots of problems with it, but it's quite enjoyable, incredibly well shot and edited. Lots of it's just, if you just want dumb fun sci-fi killing and lots of super gore, you got that. But then there's lots of symbolism and a little bit of depth to it, which I enjoy. If you like to stick your pinky out and get all hoity-toity.
Erwin admitted that it's DEI casting. It is, but it's done well. So that's why you get
the first scene, everyone getting out of their pods. They go, "Is there a white man here?"
Perfect. See, yeah.
But 10 seconds into the show, my brain thought the future is brown.
it doesn't negate the positivities from it that you enjoyed. It's got a 8.6.
I use this crazy thing, this universal scoring system, where we actually judge things on all the various categories and subcategories instead of just on like feels and memorabilities and vibes. Hey, it's okay.
Sorry,
the consensus, you guys are like professionally wrong, and man, is it embarrassing.
I've always said Aliens is better than Alien, so
Aliens is considerably better because there's actually like characters and character development. There's barely any characters. Alien was one of the most overrated things I watched.
Let's take a break from our lives.
Theaters too.
13 months of memberships. Rossi, have an issue. I've been taking methylene blue. Looked at the wall next to the toilet last night. Blue pee spatter on the wall.
Oh,
I think it's stained.
It may be. Yeah, no, that stuff's very staining. Yeah, I've been putting down paper towels before I squeeze it into a drink because that shit will dye something blue. Probably your insides as well.
Everyone seems to be channeling other characters. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but everyone does seem to be channeling versions of the character. Like Wendy is Call from Resurrection, like very similar, maybe a little bit of Newt merged together. Timothy in this one is very much like the Michael Fassbender character from the David character from Prometheus and Covenant, where it's like, I think he's a good guy, but he very much could have some nefarious shit, but he seems to care about the girl and the kids, and he's got some very interesting monologues about, used to be food. You're not food anymore. Like getting the kids to try to realize that they're not human in the traditional sense. I don't know. Like I said, most of my interest goes in like this character. And we'll see.
He didn't like the emotional bond she had with her brother.
So I don't think they wanted any of those kids to have emotional bonds.
No.
Yeah, no, but that's my point. And all of this is fine. And then I personally think adding and coming up with the whole cyborg thing and this, whatever, if it goes somewhere, I'll be fine with it. But for right now, it just seems a weird dynamic to add into.
Do you think he was there before the trillionaire kid took over? Do you think he was like built before?
I thought the kid made that company, Prodigy, so there's no one to take over for. It's his company that he made from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the whole thing. He's the boy genius.
Yeah,
he's the fifth corpo. Yeah, Gooch,
I'm gonna request that you watch the show again, main monitor, and you might have let anger. What the way you were saying? What
no, I didn't. I did fall asleep. I did fall asleep a lot.
Yeah. You see, this makes Erwin give up and give that look that he's giving right now.
I did fall asleep, but.
It's the creation of a fucking supervillain right here.
But he seems like he was there, like for whatever reason. It just seems like he was there.
They're blonde. They're blonde.
It feels like.
This is why I'm gonna go make funny video game videos.
Yeah, no, it had a lot of, but unlike other ones where it felt forced. I think his world that he built was good. I did find that it matched up, and that's probably the best interpretation of the reality of how technology is evolving, looking in the aesthetic created in the fucking 70s with like big buttons and shit. Yeah, it's great. It's fine.
70s and 80s technology like that. All the buttons and switches and random lights that do nothing
for no reason. There's just a lot. Yeah, it's great, and I want to push all of them.
It looks great.
You have to 7-page manual to understand what button does what.
Had a ton of awesome sets, man. So I loved how gory it got with the xenomorph, but I don't like that there are several parts where it was clearly a dude inside of it, and it runs like a panther dog thing. It's got really
I thought they did that on purpose.
Human movements,
so that it did look real, that you knew it was a dude, because it is a dude in a suit, or it's an animatronic.
It's very obvious.
Like I thought the one one was,
but man, like. When you see the carnage after an attack, like they don't PG-13 it.
When they've got the sculpture behind the guard trying to get the fucking Renaissance partiers out of their room,
and there's like 8 of those moments where like the xenomorph moves in the background or something else moves in the background. Yeah, it has all the stuff people loved about Alien, but they hate it because everything old's a masterpiece and everything new's terrible.
And this is what they've done now, where they've put it in the same world. Let's see if Predator Badlands does the same thing. Because we've now mixed worlds. It's the same technology. It's in the future. pulse rifles, similar, because technically they should be in the same time, like in the hundreds, 2200s. So we'll
it's
see.
what year 2120 or whatever. So when is that? Is this a prequel or what?
If it's 2120, isn't that it's like a year before the first Alien?
Okay, so
and then Aliens is 70 years after that, because this says it's all of it. So I think he meant that because, okay, the original research ship, the Weyland-Yutani research ship that has specimens that the grunts that the security guys like, do I need to post fucking extra security outside your room? Like, those look like they went to the Covenant and Prometheus planets and just grabbed fucking some of the wildlife. So it's like, well, it's a prequel because clearly that takes place before. But then it crashes, and maybe they retrieve enough to set up the first Aliens where they changed their course, knowing that they were going to pick up that fucking alert on whatever the Nostromo's was on.
The scene going in where they like scrape against the space station, and then the actual crash. You get the big sense of scale with all the like space stuff, but then you also get the inside of the ship and inside of the building. So you got those tight corners, and then you got like big city stuff, and then you're off on like the the tech island and whatnot, and so you get a lot of space, a lot of you get like everything, and the direction and camera works good. Editing is phenomenal.
So it would seem like it's before all of that, but we do know from if you fucking remembered it, Covenant Prometheus, that David is the one that honed in the xenomorph life cycle.
If you're someone who knows the Nostromo incident, if you know what that word is, just don't watch anything from Alien ever. Honestly, just don't watch anything new ever again. Just watch old stuff forever, is my suggestion.
Yeah, but that's not fair for Aliens, where there's super established lore that they at least try to keep together. That would be like them doing Star Wars and changing it a bunch, and then me getting upset and you saying just don't watch. It's the fucking spaceship.
No, yeah, they're not gonna get whatever the Nostromo incident is or whatever right for you guys. It's better to just not even watch it and just watch old stuff. And no, like the consensus, if everything old's a masterpiece and everything new is a 2 out of 10, I just recommend just watching everything old. Like if anyone's trying to decide if you should watch it or not, you know what the hell in the Nostromo incident is, 100% do not recommend.
If you are Niat and you know everything about the alien lore, you will probably be upset by everything they change. Just like he'll be upset at Predator Badlands because they're adapting lore that has been established and will be changed.
I didn't even know the Predator aliens had a name, the Yashua or whatever the hell they are. I didn't even know. But some people are, real protective.
So if you aren't cursed by knowledge, you'll probably like it. But if you're super up to date, you won't like it. Just like if you knew Daredevil really well, you probably hated a lot of the Daredevil stuff. But if you didn't know it well, you probably loved it. Oh, what?
So then the new Superman movie, you don't care if they change the lore in it. You're going based on.
I don't know.
Is it a Superman prequel TV show?
I don't know anything about One Piece, and I don't care if they change the lore whatsoever. They can brown up every single character. I don't give a fuck because I don't know the lore. Now, that's kind of what he's saying, and it's also kind of agree with that. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not attached to it. Change it all you want. Sorry, you guys learned that lore to begin with, but if you had the 1,300 episodes...
and these are new characters. This isn't it's not actual, like, Superman and Lois and whatnot. It's a prequel TV show. You're never going to get what you want, so I would recommend just not watching it.
My dad said this to me a bunch. He doesn't get upset at half the shit because he doesn't know the lore.
Alien
takes it.
This and Alien Romulus were both better than the original Alien. I saw it in the movie theater. It was such an incredible disappointment.
I know. I'm just showing stark examples, but as he said, it's fine. Even if they're changing established world lore, it doesn't matter because it's a new character. Yeah.
Well, Wendy's lore is not the same as like Superman's lore, right? Mm-hmm. The importance of nailing the lore, right? Like Falafel Guy and Wendy, like they, it's not the same thing. Like I'm fine with Falafel Guy getting a little race swapped or whatever, or having his origin change.
Right. So the argument I would just make is that in all the other movies that take place after this, they've never mentioned any of these motherfuckers of cyborgs and the whole dynamic.
Yeah, and the Prodigy and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's all. This is an entire world building.
But you're never going to get that. You're never ever going to get like the absolutely perfectly lore and canon, all that stuff. Or else they wouldn't make it. If you're gonna get something, they're gonna make it new. They're gonna add stuff every freaking time.
Well, there you go.
And it'd be one thing if the alien lore were actually good and important, but I watch Alien and they would go into the room with the computer and I'm like, ooh, what? Why didn't they explain that? What? There's robots? Why don't they explain that? And then all the consensus people put their pinkies up and they go, well, actually, it's really smart. They don't need to explain how the sci-fi stuff works. It's better if they don't explain. I went, no, explain the sci-fi stuff. It's a sci-fi movie, idiot. And then it ends up barely being anything. So if it's like lore that actually matters, if it's like Lord of the Rings lore or stuff like that, or it would make more sense. But the lore stuff isn't even there. Then the Tornani accident or whatever. So yeah, if the lore actually mattered, it'd be another thing as well. But the lore doesn't matter.
The lore is the plot of the first movie, is what they're talking about. The literal fucking plot, the alert that they get